Welcome to Yoga Your Heart Out with Deb, where we practice yoga every single Monday. Don't miss out. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a weekly video that comes out. Today, all you need is your body, your yoga mat. One option is to use a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, you could use a water bottle or some other just household item that will bring the floor up to you. Whereas there's a couple poses where we're going to just kind of lean on it and have it underneath our hand. If you don't have one, that's okay. No big deal. You can do without, and I'll guide you through when we get to that point. Last week, we broke down Warrior One, and this week, we're going to go through a gentle yoga flow where we're going to incorporate what we learned with Warrior One. So we will be doing a lot of Warrior Ones in this short beginner yoga flow. So let's get started. We're going to start in Child's Pose. Get on your hands and knees. Bring your big toes together until they touch. Widen your knees open. Sit your butt on your heels. And then just slide your arms forward until your forehead is resting on the mat, arms overhead. This is Child's Pose. So my palms are down. Go ahead and close your eyes just so you can block out any distractions around you. I know you're looking down and that helps, but sometimes, we catch things at the corner of our eyes. So here we're going to just try to get focused. Focus our minds so we can be more present as we practice today. Step away from the stresses that are going on outside of your yoga practice. Give yourself permission to be here and just away from everything else. All that stuff, it'll be there when you're done. And so why not just be here, right? Why not be here in the present moment? Our minds get really, really busy. And sometimes when that happens, you can kind of get lost in worries, as your mind's always trying to solve problems, that might be occurring right now or in the future, trying to prevent things from happening, and it just never ends. There's never one solution that fits everything in life, and that's just the way life is. So we have to work on the way we cope. And one way to do that is to learn how to mentally step away from those stresses by just becoming more present. And that can increase our happiness. We can start appreciating a lot more rather than just get lost in stress and worry. And that's the nice thing about practicing yoga. If we try to work on that aspect of bringing our minds present, and that benefit of overall happiness increases, as well as physical strength, physical flexibility, and things like that. So just take advantage. Take advantage of all that. Be here. I'm going to give you some tips, some guide, some things that might help you along the way, and that is if you're having trouble with that, just start paying attention to how you're feeling. Notice how your body physically is feeling in this pose. Notice the stretch in your lower back. How does the earth feel beneath your forehead, the heaviness? Just start tuning into everything. I want you to pay attention to how you're feeling today. Are you tired? Are you stiff? Are you sore? Are you relaxed? And then even mentally check in with yourself. Where are you at? And know all of this will change throughout the practice. By the end of the practice, you're just kind of along for the ride. You're going to observe everything, feel everything, and just try to be here. There's no right, there's no wrong. Just pay attention. And there's a tool we can use here, and that's the breath. So if you can, start noticing your breathing. And there's a couple things I'll mention. Try them if it makes sense today, and that's breathing in and out through your nose. So if you can, just start taking the inhales only through your nose. Seal your lips off. Take the exhales out your nose, not your mouth. And then let's build on that by making it deep. So as you inhale, just fill up your lungs maximum capacity, all the way so you can't get any more air in. It takes effort. And then I want you to push the air all the way out through your nose, all the way, every last bit. It takes effort. Breathing like this is not natural. So just practice. Breathe in all the way. Imagine your lungs like massive balloons filling up. Good. Use your belly to press the air all the way out. So now you're practicing this deep nose breathing. Nice job. This will help relax your body physically. It will help relax your mind. So just indulge in this breath. Carry it with you the best that you can. If you forget, that's okay. Just come back to it if you remember. And I'll remind you a bit as we flow today. So take another massive inhale and start reaching your arms out, actively reaching your fingertips. Press up to hands and knees, tabletop position. Good. And from tabletop position, you can just line your wrists and shoulders up, knees and hips up. And then inhale, hammock your belly, look up slightly, let your butt go out behind you. Shoulders slide away from your ears. All right, exhale, tuck and dome the spine. Inhale, hammock your belly, looking up. And exhale, tuck and dome the spine. Inhale, hammock your belly, look up. And exhale, tuck and dome the spine. Nice job. All right, now from here, go ahead and find neutral spine, tabletop position, and you're just going to actually sit down. We're going to just take a moment and do a seated stretch. Sit in the middle of your mat. Take your legs out to the wide corners of your mat. Good, and just take a moment here. You might already be feeling this right here. And if you are, that's totally fine. If you need a little more help in this pose, you can grab that yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, another thing you could do is grab just a bath towel or a hand towel, fold it up, and you could use that. You could actually sit on it, or you could sit on a yoga block. If you wanted to elevate yourself just a little bit to make the pose more accessible. Those are just ideas. Otherwise, stay here with me. It's no big deal. Just know that there's always modifications. All right, you can get creative. Now from here, if you feel like you can, if you have a little more space, you can just start leaning forward just a little bit. You know, don't go too fast, just feel it out. If you have more space, just go further. Just taking a moment here, we're not going extreme. This is our first real stretch here. Besides child's pose, your body may not be ready for much yet. So I want you to notice how you're feeling. I want you to look for that place between too much and not enough, where you're not going too far and you can still keep that breathing in and out through your nose. If you find yourself holding your breath, that's a good clue to you. Back off, that you need to back off just a little bit. All right, from here, wherever you're at, keep low wherever you're at, and then just kind of crawl yourself over to the right, facing your right leg. And just stretch your torso over your right leg, feeling it more in your right hamstring. You don't have to go very far here. Good. Keep breathing, massive inhales, massive exhales. All right, keep your torso where it's at, low, as high as it is, or as low as it is. Gently crawl over to the left side. Just take it over your left leg, torso facing your left leg. Good, stretching into the left hamstring. Good, couple more breaths. Massive inhales, massive exhales. And crawl it down the center one more time. Maybe you have a little more space here, maybe not. So sometimes I have a little bit more space because I've been here just a little bit longer, and sometimes I don't. Just depends on the day, depends on how often I've been doing this pose even. But again, I just want you to know that we're just observing what our bodies are doing so we can make better decisions based on how we're feeling and how things are going, adjust, modify, just always paying attention. All right, take another massive inhale here and come all the way up. We're going to transition back to your hands and knees. All right, now from our hands and knees, I want you to tuck your toes underneath and press your butt high to the sky and come to our very first downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, press them into the mat, make sure your head is dangling free. Your heels are just floating right above the mat. My feet are just side by side here. Good, holding here and breathing. Press the chest back towards the thighs. All right, now from here, I want you to inhale your right leg up to the sky, toes face down towards the mat, so you're squaring your hips off. Good, now from here, I want you to open up the right hip and then bend the knee. Just yawn that hip open, straighten it out, and then square it off again so your right toes are facing down towards the mat. Bring that right foot next to the left and then raise your left leg up. Hold here, press the heel back and make sure your toes are facing the mat so your hip is squared off. And then I want you to open your left hip and bend your knee. Yawn the left hip open. Straighten it out, square it off, and then set it down. Take your feet wide to the corners of the mat and unplug your hands. Walk them back to meet your feet at the back of your mat. If your hands don't touch the mat, feel free to grab your shins, your ankles, okay, whatever you got. You could even grab opposite elbows if you wanted to just hang heavy. All right, so we're just taking a moment, stretching the back side of our body here, hamstrings back. Our neck is relaxed. All right, just kind of gently getting to where we're going. We're not in a hurry. All right, unplug your hands, bring them back. We're going to come back to that downward facing dog position. Bring your feet back together. From here, I want you to inhale your right leg up again, square the hip off, and then open it up and bend the knee once again. Straighten it out, square it off, but don't go anywhere. Draw your right knee in towards your nose and shift your weight into your left toes, and your shoulders go up towards your wrists. Place your right foot in between your hands so you're in a runner's lunge. Good, sink it down here. Bring your heart up, look up, chest up. Just breathe nice and deep. Nice job. Now, look back at your left toes, spin the left foot, bring it up 6 inches and spin it 45 degrees flat. Right knee stays bent. Good, now stay here, relax your head, relax your neck. So take a look at your feet. As you're stretching here, as you're breathing, make sure you're not on a balance beam. Your feet should not be in line with each other. If anything, your right heel is in line with your left, or they're a little bit further apart. This is what we call Warrior One feet. All right. Later on, we'll be working on Warrior One, like I said. But right now, we're just taking a few stretches here. All right, now from here, go ahead and take that back left foot back to the ball of your foot. So you're in that runner's lunge. Look up, lift your heart. Good. And then right foot goes next to left, butt to the sky, downward facing dog. Let's do that on the left side. Inhale, left leg up. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Straighten it out, square it off, and hold. All right, bringing the knee in towards your nose, shifting your weight into your right toes. Set the left foot down in between your hands, runner's lunge. Sink your hips down, bring your heart up, look up. Good, just stretching, breathing nice and deep. All right, go ahead and look back at your right toes. Bring that right foot up about 6 inches, spin it 45 degrees flat. Left knee stays bent. Good, just holding this stretch here. This is, again, Warrior One feet on the left side. You'll see this foot position later. when we do our warrior one. Our feet are not on a balance beam here, so we're just kind of practicing the foot placement. All right, now if you find your feet are on a balance beam, you probably will end up tipping over to the left or to the right when you're in your warrior one. So we just want to watch that. You can have front heel to back heel alignment, or you can have them further apart. It just depends on what feels right to you. Mine personally are a little bit further apart just because that feels right to me, but that does not mean you have to do it exactly like that. All right, take another inhale. Bring the right foot back to the ball of your foot. Runner's lunge, lift your heart. And left foot next to right. Butt to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, press your hips back. Exhale, walk your feet to the top, standing forward fold. Good. Hang heavy here. Put a little bend in your knees. Grab opposite elbows. Let your head dangle free. Release your hands. Good. And straighten your legs, or you can leave a little bend if you like. It's up to you. Just taking a moment here. I like to shift the weight from the left to the right. It's kind of working into my body slowly. All right, now go ahead and put a little bend in your knee if you don't have one there already, and roll up like a rag doll. Bring your head and your neck up last, all the way. Bringing it up, and then arms to the sky, hands heart center. Nice job. Inhale, release your arms down, fly them up to the sky, and then on the exhale, just dive forward towards your toes. Once again, forward fold. Now from here, take your hands up your shins and just come to this halfway lift with a flat back. Hold here and breathe. Let the crown of your head just reach towards the front of the room. Gaze down ahead of your toes. Take another inhale. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and this time step back to a plank position or the top of a push-up. Good. So here your shoulders and wrists align up. You can drop your knees if you want. You can, anytime you want, set your knees down. If you don't want your knees down, that's okay. Go to your toes. Either way, press the floor away nice and strong. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Shift your weight forward, keep your elbows tucked in, and lower to the mat, to your belly. Untuck your toes, leave your hands where they're at, and then inhale, bring your chest up for cobra. Exhale, bring it down. Do it again, inhale, cobra. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, bring it down. Come through your hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Bring your butt to the sky. Back to downward facing dog. All right. Inhale. Press your chest back. Exhale. You can walk or step to the top. Standing forward fold. Take your hands up your shins. Halfway lift. And exhale. Sink it back down. Inhale. Rise to the sky. And exhale. Palms heart center. Nice job. All right, inhale, release your arms, fly them to the sky, and exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands up your shins. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to that plank position. Once again, knees off or up, off of the mat, it's up to you. Shift your weight forward and lower. Untucking your toes, inhale, chest up for cobra. Exhale, use your knees or skip using your knees and press directly up to downward facing dog. Good, take a moment and breathe. Nice job. All right, we're going to be moving on, incorporating some of those warrior ones here in just a moment. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, walk or step to the top, standing forward fold. Inhale, come to the halfway lift. And then exhale, sink it back down. Now inhale, rise to the sky, and then hands heart center. All right, ready? We're going to start working in the warrior ones. We're going to go all the way through that sequence, but from our downward facing dog, we'll take warrior one on the right side and then warrior one on the left side. So here we go. Inhale, release your arms, fly them up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you're going to plant your hands and step back to the plank position. And we're going to lower down. This is called vinyasa. When we lower down, we come up through cobra, and then we bring our bodies back to downward facing dog. That is what a vinyasa is, a sequence of movements. Now, after we do the vinyasa, we're going to work our way through warrior one. So here we go. Inhale, right leg up. Just like before, open the hip and bend the knee. And straighten it out. Square it off. Shift your weight forward. Bring the right knee up. Set it down into a runner's lunge. Look at the back left toes. Bring them forward about 6 inches. Spin at 45 degrees flat on the mat. Your right knee is bent. We've been here before. So make sure you're not on a balance beam. And when you're ready, take an inhale and just rise it up. Arms to the sky, warrior one. Good. Place your hands on your hips. Square your hips forward. And feel it out. Just stay here for a moment. Our right knee is bending. Think about the sensation in your back left leg. I want you to think about where the weight is in your left foot. If you find the weight is more on the inside of your left foot, I want you to even it out by pressing into your whole left foot. Think about sealing the outer edge of that left foot into the mat so it's nice and strong. You're really engaging that back left foot. Good. Like I said, hips squared off, and then arms to the sky. Roll your pinkies in. Relax your shoulders. Warrior one. Breathe. Gazing straight ahead. Good. Remember, we talked about the massive inhales, massive exhales. Just keep it going. It can be more challenging as we move and as we go through these poses, but just challenge yourself to keep up with the breathing as best as you can. All right, take another inhale and then start straightening your right leg. So you're in a warrior one, but with a right leg, your right leg, front leg is straight. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and bring your body down. If you have your water bottle or you have a block, you could grab it if you need it. You can rest your hand on it, or if you don't have your block or don't want to use it, you could rest your hand on your right shin. Or if you have the space, you can bring your hands all the way to the mat. Okay, it's up to you how you want to work it. Okay, but you always have your shin to modify if you don't have any props. It's no big deal. So here my hips are squared off still. All right, my feet have not changed positions. I just straightened my right leg, that is all. So I'm in this, what we call a pyramid pose. Okay, just stretching the right hamstring and breathe. Nice job. Take another inhale. On the exhale, just rebend that right leg and then bring your arms all the way to the sky. Warrior one position once again. Nice job. Take another inhale, straighten the right leg and come all the way down for pyramid pose once again. Using your prop or using your shin, or maybe you have the space to touch the mat. Good. Breathe. Now, if you have a prop under your left hand, you may use it by pressing your left hand into it. But this time we're going to take a twist. So I want you to bring your right arm to the sky. Now, if you don't have a prop and you want to skip this part, you can. It's up to you. If you want to modify, go ahead. You can stay where you're at. If you want this twist, try it. The challenge is keeping your hips squared and twisting at the same time. It's quite difficult. Take another inhale. Right arm comes down. Back to just regular pyramid pose. Take a massive inhale. On the exhale, rebend the knee. And then come all the way back up. Warrior one position. Good. Breathe, gazing straight ahead. Again, really feel this out. Press the left foot into the mat. Keep breathing. Take another massive inhale. Hands to the mat. And then step back to downward facing dog. Nice job. We're going to take that on the left side. Again, going through the warrior one, doing that pyramid pose with or without a prop. Taking the twist. We're going to be doing all of that on the left side. So if you're ready, inhale, left leg up to the sky, open the hip, bend the knee. and straighten it out, square it off. Bend the knee and bring it up. Shift your weight forward, set it down, runner's lunge. Take a look at your right toes, bring them about 6 inches up, spin at 45 degrees flat on the mat. Check your position, make sure you're not on a balance beam here. So your left knee is bending, back leg is straight, and when you're ready, take a massive inhale and bring it all the way up, warrior one position. Good, arms reach. Go ahead and let your arms go, place them on your waist, and good, make sure your hips are squared forward. And let's just feel it out. So our left knee is bending, our back leg is straight. Now notice the weight in your back right foot. If most of your weight is on the inside of your right foot, go ahead and concentrate on spreading it out evenly into that back right foot. Think about sealing the outer edge of that right foot so that whole foot is engaged and holding you up here. Good. All right, go ahead and bring your arms to the sky. Roll your pinkies in, relax your shoulders, breathe. Warrior one. Remember, massive inhales through your nose, fill up your lungs. Massive exhales. Keep breathing in, keep breathing out. Don't hold your breath. All right, from here, take another massive inhale and start straightening your left leg. So everything's the same, but both legs are straight. And when you're ready, bring it all the way down over that left leg, grabbing your prop if you want it, or just using your left shin to, or maybe you have the space to bring your hands to the mat. It's up to you. All right, make it your own. Now we're really getting into that left hamstring here. Breathe nice and deep. You got it. All right, from here, take another massive inhale. On the exhale, rebend that leg and bring it all the way up. Warrior one position. Good. Breathe and hold. Take another inhale and then straighten your left leg, bring it down once again. Pyramid pose. Nice job. Now there's an optional twist here. If you have a prop or a water bottle, feel free to take your right hand onto it and then left arm opens up to the left. Try to keep your hips squared off as you twist. It's quite challenging. Do the best you can. Gaze anywhere that's comfortable for you. Good. Take another inhale. Bring your left hand down, pyramid pose. You can bring your prop to the side, rebend the knee and rise it up. Warrior one once again. Take another inhale, hands to the mat. Come back to downward facing dog. Very good. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, walker step to the top, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink it down. And then inhale, rise to the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. All right, we're going to flow through a couple of those with Warrior One. We're going to be taking out the twist. So watch for that. Inhale, release your arms, fly them up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to that plank position and lower slow. Inhale, roll the chest up. Exhale, tuck your toes, butt to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up, open the hip and the knee, and straighten it out and step it up. Back foot spins flat, 45, and rise it up all the way straight to Warrior One. Take an inhale, straighten the right leg, dive it forward, pyramid pose, with or without a prop. Good, hold here for just a couple breaths. All right, take another massive inhale. On the exhale, rebend the right knee, rise it up, Warrior One, hands to the mat, step back, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee, straighten it out, square it off, and step it up. Back foot spins flat, 45. Inhale, rise it up, Warrior One. Good, keep breathing. Take another inhale, straighten the left leg and dive it forward. Pyramid pose with or without a prop. Hold here for a couple breaths. Feels good, stretching that hamstring. Take another massive inhale. Bend the knee, rise it up. Warrior one. Hands to the mat, step it back. Downward facing dog. Nice job. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, walker step to the top. Standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, rise to the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, release your arms down, fly them up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank position and lower through that vinyasa. We're lowering down. Bring your chest up, cobra. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up, open the hip, bend the knee. You got this. Straighten it out. Step it up. Back foot flat, 45. Rise it up. Warrior one. You know this. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Dive it forward. Pyramid pose. Hold for 2 breaths. Again, you have your prop if you want it. Nice job. Take another inhale. Rebend the right knee. Rise it up. Warrior one. Hands to the mat. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee. Straighten it out and then step it up. Back foot flat, 45. Good, and rise it up, warrior one. Good. Take an inhale, straighten the left leg. Dive it forward, pyramid pose with or without a prop. 2 breaths. Good. All right, take another inhale. On the exhale, bend the left knee. Rise it up, warrior one. Hands to the mat. Step back. Downward facing dog. You got it. You got the flow. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, press it back. Exhale. Walker step to the top. Standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, rise it up. And hands heart center. Inhale, release your arms. Fly them up to the sky. Then exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to plank position. Let's vinyasa. Let's lower down. Inhale, raise the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee. Straighten it out. Step it up. Back foot 45. Rise it up. You got it. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Dive forward. Pyramid pose. 2 breaths. You can see our pace is picked up. A little easier as your body gets to know the flow. All right, take another inhale, bend the right knee, rise it up, warrior one, hands to the mat, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee, straighten it out, bend the knee, drop forward, step it up, back foot 45. Inhale, rise it up, warrior one. Good. Take an inhale, straighten the left leg, dive it forward, 2 breaths in pyramid pose. This is our last one here. Take another inhale, straighten or bend the left knee, rise it up, warrior one, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Hold here for a moment and breathe. You got this. Almost there. We're going to finish this up at the top, add in a few more things, wind it down, and then we'll be done. Inhale, press it back, exhale, walker step to the top, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, sink it back down. Inhale, rise it up, exhale, hands heart center. You got it. We're going to be moving on now. So inhale, release your arms, fly them up to the sky. Exhale, just dive forward. Take your hands up your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to that plank position. Let's go through that vinyasa. Shift your weight forward and lower down. Inhale, chest up for cobra. Exhale, butt high, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Take your feet as wide as your mat and stay here. Press your chest back. Breathe. You got it. Unplug your hands, bring them back. Good. So you're in this wide leg standing forward fold. If you need a little bend in your knee here, feel free to take it. It can make the pose a little more accessible. Hey, if you have your block or water bottle or whatever and you want to elevate the floor here, you could do that. You can take your hands on your shins, on your ankles. But how about whatever you choose? Make sure your head is dangling free. Maybe shake your head yes and no. You don't want to hang on to any tension there. Good job. All right, from here, bring your heels in, toes out, bend your knees all the way so you come to this Malasana Yogi Squat. Your hands can stay on the mat or you can bring them heart center. Good. It's up to you if you want to take your elbows and press them into your inner thighs. I don't know about you, but I am sweating hot. I know I have been working. My body is saying I have been by sweating. Of course, right now it's the middle of summer and it's hot and I'm in the garage. I don't have much AC going on in here. I have a little bit, but whew, it's hot. Good. Keep breathing. Try to get nice and tall in the spine. Take another inhale. Dive out of it. Take your hands to the mat. Good. You got it. Back to this previous pose. Just lingering here for a moment. All right. Walk your hands back out to that downward facing dog. Bring your feet together so you're in a traditional downward facing dog. We're going to take one stretch on each side here. It's not going to be any big deal. Unless we make it a big deal. All right, so inhale, right leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee. Straighten it out. Square it off, keep it up. Bend the knee, shift it forward. We're going to come to a runner's lunge. Step it forward. Make sure you're not on a balance beam. Now just sink the hips, look up. Okay, I lied. Maybe we're doing a couple stretches. This is one. Now, from here, look back at your left foot. Spin it 90 degrees. Not 45, but 90. All right? Look at your right heel, right foot. Heel toe it over just so the right heel is lined up with the center of the back left arch. That's all. Take your right forearm onto your right thigh. Left arm to the sky. Gaze down or gaze up for side angle pose. Just opening up that right hip, stretching. Think about that right knee. Take your right knee and try to open it towards the right pinky toe. Just really getting into that right hip. Keep that left leg strong. Think about the weight in your left foot. Seal down the outer edge of that left foot, so really engaging that left foot here as well. Take another inhale. Take your left arm over the left ear for an extended side angle pose. Reach those left fingertips. So you're now getting that diagonal stretch on the left side of your body. Starting from the outer edge of your left foot up your left side body through your left fingertips. Reaching. Take another inhale. Turn it into a runner's lunge to bring your hands on either side of the right foot. Bring the left foot back on its toes. Good. Sink your hips and then gaze up. And then hands to the mat. Right foot next to left. Butt to the sky. Downward facing dog. We're going to do that stretch on the other side. And then we're going to wind this up. So inhale, left leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee. And straighten it out. Square it off. Bend your left knee. Bring it up. Set it down. Runner's lunge. Drop your hips, gaze up. You got it. Now from here, look back at your right toes. Spin the right foot 90 degrees this time, not 45. Heel toe your left foot over just so the left heel lines up with the center of that back right arch. When you're ready, left forearm, left thigh, right arm to the sky. You can gaze down or you can gaze up. It's up to you. Just find a focal point, stick with it, stay here. Open up the left hip, look at your left knee. If it's veering off towards your right big toe, try to push it more towards the little toe on your left foot, just opening the hip up. Think about the weight in that right foot, evening it out, pressing the outer edge of the right foot into the mat. You got it. Side angle pose. Take another inhale. Bring your right arm over the right ear for extended side angle pose. Getting that nice stretch now. So feel it from the outer edge of the right foot all the way up your right side body. Reach actively with those right fingertips. You can really get that nice stretch on the right side. That nice diagonal stretch. You got it. So strong. Take another inhale. Hands to the mat. Turn it into a runner's lunge. Back foot on toe. Good. Sink your hips. Gaze up. And step it back. Downward facing dog. Take your feet wide. Unplug your hands once again. Come back to that wide leg stance. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Take a moment. Grab opposite elbows, grab your shins, grab your ankles, keep your hands on the mat. Keep your legs straight, put a little bend. Pick what you like here. All right, heels in, toes out, bend your knees, squat it down, Malasana Yogi squat one more time. Hands can be on the mat, hands can be heart center. Take your elbows, press them into your inner thighs if you want. Try to get nice and tall in your spine. And breathe deep. How's that breath doing? Nice job. All right, take another inhale. Hands to the mat. Straighten your legs. Bring your hands back out. Feet together, down dog. All right, this is your last down dog. Press into it. Good. Drop your knees. Come back, sitting on your butt in the center of the mat. Legs wide. We started with this pose. We're going to wrap it up with this pose and just observe how our bodies are feeling now at the end of our practice compared to the beginning. If you want, you can bring it down just a little bit. Starting here in the center, relax your head. Maybe close your eyes. Take a moment. My feet are relaxed. Feel what there is to feel. Maybe you have a little more space now. Maybe you feel a little more open. And maybe you don't. Maybe you need a little bit longer. I recommend practicing yoga at least 3 times a week if you can. 5 times would be great. Right? 7 days, wow, because our bodies will stretch every day. But the more you do this, the better you feel. You get to the point where if you do this every day, your body starts craving more of it. You start noticing, when you walk around every day doing things and you don't stretch, and then you start incorporating stretching and yoga as part of your lifestyle on a regular basis, you'll start noticing such a huge difference on how you feel, the ease of movement you have, how good it feels just to walk around and do basic movements. And then if you skip a few days, your body starts kind of tightening up again, and you start noticing this difference. And when you notice that difference, it's when those days that you don't have time for yoga is when you want it the most, and you miss it, and you wish you had time for it, and you go back to it, and it just kind of keeps you coming back. I recommend at least 3 to 5 times a week. If you can, check out the channel. I've got yoga videos of varying lengths to fit your schedule and fit your needs. So check that out on the channel. Subscribe. All right, from here, keep your torso where it is, as low as it is. You're going to crawl it to the right side and stretch over the right leg, getting into the right hamstring again. We touched it here at the beginning. We touched it when we did those pyramid poses, and here we are again. Good. Take another massive inhale, and then just gently crawl it to the left side, over the left leg. Good. Breathe. You got it. This is so good for you. If you made it this far, good job. You're doing amazing. Take another inhale. Come back to the center. Wherever you're at, wherever you're starting, whether this is hard or not, or easy, or whatever, just notice every day is different, and everything counts. Your effort counts. You don't have to be perfect at this. It's all in the effort. So I know some of us are just starting and some of us are maintaining. But remember, everybody starts somewhere. Take another inhale. Come all the way up. Grab onto your left leg and just swing it around and gently roll onto the back. Again, I'm just still sweating. You know you're working. If you're sweating, bring your knees in. Stretch the lower back. Hang on to your right leg. Let your left leg go straight. Take your left hand onto your right knee. Open your right arm to the right. Scoot your hips to the right. Guide your right knee to the left. Using your left hand, just a gentle twist. Gaze to the right. Take a moment and breathe. My favorite part here is taking a little twist at the end. Shouldn't be anything extreme. Don't worry about if that knee touches the ground. It's just about a little gentle twist here. No big deal. Take another inhale. Come back to the center and just take a moment and squeeze both knees in again. Hang on to your left knee. Let your right leg go straight. Left arm opens up. Use your right hand to guide your left knee to the right. Scoot your hips to the left a little bit. Gaze to the left. Left arm opens to the left. Just a gentle twist other side. Take a moment. Even close your eyes. And breathe deep. You got it. All right, take another inhale. Come back to the center and just take a moment. Squeeze your knees in, both of them. Bring your head up. Squeeze, squeeze. And let it go. Legs straight. Arms down by your sides. Close your eyes. This is our final pose, you guys. This is called Shavasana or corpse pose. We're going to lie still. We're going to relax our feet. Relax our legs. Our belly, our chest, our shoulders. Let your hands just kind of open up and relax. Close your eyes, relax your face, relax your jaw. Try to stay present, but go ahead and find your natural breathing. You can let go that deep nose breathing we were doing earlier. You can let that all go. You can have your mouth open. You can have your mouth closed. You can take your hands on your belly. Don't fall asleep, but be here and just feel the earth beneath your body. Okay, just try to focus on being present. Enjoy a few moments right here in what we call Shavasana. Stay in this Shavasana as much or as long as you like. All right? And just know that when you do get out, or when you are ready to get out, you're going to get out very slowly. You're not going to rush. So one idea is when you are ready, turning to one side and just pausing for a moment can be nice. And then from there, only when you're ready, you just gently kind of press your way all the way up and find your way to an easy seated position on your own time. It doesn't have to be with me. I like to always close my practice with a little bit of gratitude. I bring my hands heart center. And I just want to say thank you for taking this time out for yourself. Your mind thanks you and your body thanks you. I hope you feel better than when you started today. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and practice with me every single Monday and more. Like I said, 3 to 5 times a week would be amazing. You'll start really seeing results in your flexibility. Your stress level will go down and your strength will go up. So check it out. There's a wide range of choices. Join me every Monday. Give this video a thumbs up. Have an amazing day. Namaste.